What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about stacking both silver and gold by simply converting my dollars into them, or as I like to see it, trading debt for wealth. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts. You can watch Sunday's video right now if you want to. And this morning, I just posted a brand new vlog, a really interesting one. You're going to want to watch that. And of course, last but not least, make sure to go and get your free couple of stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. This is something I'm going to have to get used to. It's not even April as I'm filming the video. It's actually Wednesday the 30th of March as I'm filming the video. Filming a couple of days in advance, which means I have no idea what the spot price of silver or gold will be by the time this video drops. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. So today, I wanted to talk about something pretty specific. I wanted to talk about obviously stacking the silver and stacking the gold, but I wanted to talk about trading or exchanging debt for wealth. Stacking the silver, stacking the gold by converting your glorified IOU debt note dollar bills into the precious metals. See, we have money on one side, we got currency on the other. We got real on one side and fake on the other. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. And as you can see on display right here, we have a nice little selection. We kind of have the silver and gold that I normally have on display. We have some miscellaneous coins up there at the top, a Type 1 Silver Eagle, a Type 2 Silver Eagle, a Maple Leaf, and a Kangaroo. Below them, we have the Kraken and the Werewolf, the first two Creatures of the North coins. Really looking forward to figuring out what in the world the next one is going to be. Very excited for that. Below them, we have a Libertad, and of course, we also have a tiger, an elephant, and a panda coin. Over here, I don't even know if it's in frame. I can't tell from my angle, but we have a fractional sunshine round, half-ounce sunshine round, sitting on top of a 5-ounce sunshine bar. Over here, you can't see it, but we have a 25th anniversary maple underneath this nice little stack of gold backs right here, and a 30th anniversary maple right there. Some fractional gold right down the center. We have a 10th ounce Maple Leaf, Philharmonic, Eagle, Britannia, Krugerrand, and a 1/4 ounce Philharmonic. And then, of course, we have a 1 ounce Westminster bar sitting on top of a 10 ounce Bull bar. And then, of course, a nice little stack of gold backs. The 1s, the 5s, and the 10s from New Hampshire, Utah, and Nevada. And then last but not least, finally, we have a nice little stack of glorified IOU debt note dollar bills. I think we have a 5, 20, yep, a 5, a 20, a 50, and a 100 for what it's worth. So today I wanted to talk about something that I think is pretty interesting, and really when it comes down to it, not a lot of people look at things the way that I do. I have a very strange way of thinking, I guess you can say, but I also like to believe that I have a pretty effective way of articulating my thoughts, and the way I explain things in videos, I think it just makes people think outside the box. It forces them to think outside the box. So I wanted to talk about trading debt for wealth. And also, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting the channel as of lately. The channel had a very good month in March, and as I'm filming the video, it's actually still March. We have the rest of today and all of tomorrow to go to see how well the channel will really have done over the course of the month. But so far, I'm just looking at the analytics and I can see that in the month of March so far, with 2 days to go, by the way, month of March, it's looking like 180 something thousand views across the entire channel between videos that I posted this month, older videos, all of the YouTube shorts that I've been posting as well. And if I had to guess, with 2 days to go that haven't even been factored in yet, it's probably going to be closer to 190, maybe even 200,000 total views for the month, which is, quite frankly, the best month I've had in the last 12 months, which is crazy. I didn't realize that we were going to surpass December. You can see the whole month of December of 2021, it was just shy of 105,000 views, which is bonkers to me, considering in December I posted 2 videos every single day. And here we are in March, almost doubling the views, with just posting 1 video a day. So I wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate that. The DYDSS store has also had one of the best months it's had in the last year. All of the Amazon affiliate links had the greatest month of all time, which I'm no longer doing the Amazon affiliate links, by the way, but I told everybody that come April, no more Amazon affiliate links, and I think that kind of stressed urgency. I think people realize, like, oh, this is time sensitive, let me go get everything that I need. And I was also able to max out every single last one of Weeble's March promos that were going on. They said you can refer 10 friends and you'll get 10 free random stocks for each of those. They said that if you refer 3 people by the end of the month, you get a spin on the Weeble wheel and you have a chance of winning more than 1 free share of Apple. You were guaranteed 1. You had the chance of getting all the way up to 10. And all the free stocks that I got, well over 100 over the course of the month. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the channel, the brand, and everything that I'm doing over here. But anyway, though, let's now get into the silver and the gold. Let's get back to the money and a little bit of currency as well. Trading debt for wealth is going to be the overall theme of today's video. So when I say trading debt, I'm not talking about going and getting yourself into debt so that you can acquire silver. No, I'm not talking about going to the bank and saying,
hey, can I get a personal loan? I got some silver I need to stack.
I'm not talking about that. I'm also not talking about maxing out your credit cards on silver and gold with some of these online precious metal dealing websites. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about straight currency. I'm talking about the cold hard cash. I'm talking about this right here. You might be looking at this right here and be like, how? That's not debt. That's cash that you have. If you're spending cash that you don't have, that's debt. If you're spending cash that you do have, that's not debt. That's not true. The reason I say that is because the dollar bill is actually backed by debt. And you can tell just by looking at the face, the front of the dollar bill. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Now, a lot of people, I think a lot of us are familiar with the dollar bill. I think we know a thing or two about it. It used to be backed by gold. So it was currency backed by actual money. That's no longer the case. A lot of people like to say that for a while the dollar bill was backed by oil, and I think that's probably a valid assumption. I don't know if I would say that exactly, but it's pretty fair. That could very well be the case. So we went from being backed by gold to being potentially backed by oil for a bit of time. But at this point, I would say that we are absolutely backed by debt. And when people hear the word debt, their minds automatically go to the doom and the gloom. Their minds automatically go to owing somebody money. A lot of people put debt with all things that are terrible. But debt is actually not a bad thing. It can be. Debt is actually absolutely a bad thing for the person that's in debt, of course. It's the greatest thing in the world for the person who has people in debt to them. The borrower versus the lender. See, most people, when they hear the word debt, they hear the word debt from the perspective of someone that is or was the borrower. Most people, 99% of people, do not know what it's like to be the lender. Now, yeah, you could have lent your cousin $100 or so he can buy those brand new stupid sneakers with the lights in them, even though he's 29 years old and has no business wearing them. Sure. And then he owes you $100, and maybe he took a little bit longer to pay you back and be like, come on, man, I gave you $100, and you're walking around with freaking lights on your feet. That's not really what I'm talking about when I say people in debt to you. I'm talking about the big dogs. I'm talking about the people who are owed thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions even. I'm talking about high stakes. That kind of debt. The people who are owed that type of currency have complete and total control over whoever owes them that currency. That's what I believe the dollar bill is backed by. I think the dollar bill is backed by the good kind of debt and the bad kind of debt at the same time. And as months and years go by, we can see that the purchasing power of the dollar bill is just continuing to plummet. And by the way, I'm not going to harp about inflation and all the doom and gloom in this video. I'm saying this for a reason, which I'll get into in just one second. But as time goes by, the purchasing power continues to go down. It appears that things out there become more expensive. You got to ask yourself, is everything in the world getting more expensive, or is the currency that I'm using to buy these things just getting weaker and weaker and weaker? Because that's what's actually happening. That's actually the case. Things aren't getting more expensive. Dollar bill's getting weaker. So one could potentially make the argument that the bad kind of debt is taking over the good kind of debt. I believe the dollar bill is backed by both. There's like a teeter-totter, by the way. The good kind of debt on one end, the bad kind of debt on the other. And I think right now, we have a whole lot more of the bad kind of debt than the good kind of debt. And I think that's especially weighing down the dollar bill right now. Which is why I consider these to be piece of paper glorified IOU debt note dollar bills. They were designed to be IOUs. That's why they were created in the first place. It was a little piece of paper that would essentially say, I owe you silver or I owe you gold. That's what the dollar bill originally was. I owe you gold, so here's this temporary IOU note. I'll get you the gold as soon as I can get it for you. That's what the dollar bill was. Nowadays, that's not really the case. Now we get paid in IOUs. We have to pay IOUs off of the IOUs that we're given when it comes to taxes. And as the dollar bill continues to get weaker, I came to the conclusion back in late 2017 that I don't think it's really a great idea to hang on to many of these at all, especially not for the long term. I learned back then that you probably shouldn't save dollar bills. Sure, yeah, have a little bit of an emergency fund set to the side. Absolutely. Could not possibly agree more. But as for long-term savings, I'm talking about the people who put currency in a savings account at the bank and leave it in there for decades and decades on end. Do you understand how detrimental that is? And by the way, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from going and keeping their currency in a savings account. You do what you want to do with your currency. None of that matters to me. I personally don't care about anything like that. Until the day comes where you try to reach for my currency, I have no problem. If you want to keep it in the bank, keep it in the bank. But you have to understand, the interest rates, 0.001% or whatever it is, probably even lower than that. Do you have any idea how much currency you're going to have to keep in there? Like you're going to need 6 figures just sitting there doing absolutely nothing just to earn $100 in interest. An entire year goes by of letting your dollar bills do absolutely nothing just to earn $100 in interest, which, by the way, gets taxed. It's called interest income tax. I think it's a 1099 INT is the form, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But point being is that even allowing your cash to just sit there, there's a tax for that. You're taxed when you earn, you're taxed when you sell, and you're taxed when you save. Even though no real money is being made. Over $100,000 just to earn $100. And Uncle Sam still wants his cut of that $100. And I realized this. And I also came to realize that there are a lot better things that I can do with my dollar bills. Now, I friggin' wish I had $100,000 to just do as I please with. I would probably use half of it to stack, and I'd probably invest the other half. And the reason for that is because I think the silver and gold stand a far better chance than the dollar bill. Actually, I know that for an absolute fact, because the dollar bill will not be here forever. Will it go obsolete during my lifetime? I'm not sure. I kind of don't think so, and I definitely hope not. But will the dollar bill, the physical dollar bill that we all know, will that still be around in another 100, 200, or 1,000 years? I would be very surprised. Silver and gold, on the other hand, they will always be here. Silver and gold will always have that real, true, honest, intrinsic value. Silver and gold will always be of use. Silver and gold have hundreds, thousands of different ways that they can already be used. Silver and gold have been viewed and considered and used as money for thousands and thousands of years. Internationally recognized as money, constitutionally recognized as money, and even biblically recognized as money. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the silver and gold is, going to go up to thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, or that we're going to get rich off of our silver and gold. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not even what I believe. I just believe that the silver and gold will outlive the dollar bill. That's all I'm saying here, because that's true. That will happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen for a very long time. Hopefully the dollar bill makes at least a little bit of a comeback to some degree, gets a little bit energy back, gets juiced up and ready to go. Hopefully the dollar bill isn't on its deathbed, but it's getting weaker. And being that I don't like to be a problem-oriented person, I like to be a solution-oriented person, I tried to figure out ways, what can I do to solve the problem? The problem's going to be a problem no matter what. There's no way of escaping the problem, but what can I do to combat the issue? What can I do now? What can I do today, this week, this month, this year, to set myself up for a better chance of success and take the precautions necessary to, kind of combat what we're all going to face down the line? Inflation, aka the dollar bill, just simply getting weaker. So like I said before, you would need to have over $100,000 sitting in a savings account just to earn $100, probably less. But if you had $100,000, there are so many other things you can do with that. If you were to put it all into silver and gold, at the very least, it would use the precious metals, utilize it as a tool, a wealth preservation tool, a store of value. If you're looking to save money in what I consider to be a much safer and smarter way, you could invest that $100,000 if that's what you wanted to do as well. You could put it into something that has a 4% yield. And instead of earning $100 off of your $100,000, you could earn $4,000 off of your $100,000. $4,000 every single year. What would you rather have? $4,000 coming in or $100 coming in? I'll take the $4,000. And I would also take the wealth preservation, the store of value, because that $100,000 just sitting in the bank account, like I said before, it's getting nothing done. It's just sitting there unproductive. It's just getting weaker. That's the only thing it's doing. It's depreciating in value. Sure, you're getting $100 a year from interest. But is it any stronger than it was a year ago? Let's just say you put $100,000 in the bank. A year goes by, now you have $100,100. Is that better or worse than the amount of stuff it could have bought you a year ago? Last year's prices. Now we're dealing with this year's prices. Give it another 2-3 years. Give it another 5 to 10 years. A couple $100 will have been generated over that time, maybe $1,000 at that point, after 10 years goes by, on $100,000. And I understand I'm using like just a made up arbitrary number, $100,000. Most people don't have $100,000, so we can go with a smaller amount, $1,000 instead. You have any idea how long it would take you to earn $1 even? Nothing's being generated. So the silver and gold I considered to be a physical at-home savings account that stands a far better chance than the currency. See, these debt notes, I realized that I can just simply exchange them for real, true, honest money. I can trade debt for wealth. I can trade currency for money. I can trade fake for real. And that's what I like about the silver and the gold. It gives me the opportunity to do that. And it's not a permanent trade. If I ever needed the cash, or for whatever reason, if I ever wanted the cash, I can just go and take that real and trade it back for fake. I can go and take that money and trade it back for currency. I can go and take that wealth and trade it back for debt if that's what I really wanted to do. I can't imagine myself ever wanting to do that, but it's nice to know that I could if I ever needed to, if I was ever in a bad situation. But that's why I like to stack a little bit of currency alongside my money. So hopefully I would never have to dip into the silver and the gold. Hopefully I can just make do with the currency that I've had stashed away. So those are just some of my thoughts when it comes to trading debt for wealth. I understand it's a really strange way of thinking. Like I said before, I think the way that I word things is probably unusual for most people to hear or listen to. I like to think I offer a different perspective. I like to think that I offer a different way of thinking that most people just doesn't even cross their minds until they actually hear me say some of this stuff. But what it really comes down to is rewiring your brain, because we've been going by currency since the day we were born. All we've ever, before we discovered silver and gold, all we knew was currency. All we knew was $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $60, $70, $100, $1,000, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. That's all we've really known. Credit cards, debit cards. That's really it. It took me all the way until, I believe, the early months of 2016 to hear about silver for the very first time, like stacking silver, that is. It took me until 2017 to actually begin stacking it for myself. And as soon as I started to stack, I started to understand it more and more. I was able to grasp the concept even better, especially as time was going by, because I was learning even more. And it really only took me, I don't know, just a couple of months of stacking to realize that I just learned more about money in the last couple of months than I did every single day that I was ever in school. I was never taught anything about money. I was only taught about currency. I was told to go and get a job where I would sell my time, and in exchange for my time, I'd be given currency. That's all I ever knew. If I wanted to buy something, I would have to go and spend currency on it. If I wanted to save up for something, I'd have to hold on to my currency. That's all I was ever taught. That's all anybody was ever taught for the most part. Until you discover that there's another way, until you start to understand the benefits of stacking silver and gold, or the benefits of investing into different types of assets that pay you to hold them. No one taught me anything about that. I feel ripped off. I could have gotten an earlier start. But I'm glad I started when I did. And I'm glad that I'm stacking now. I'm glad that I'm investing now. And I've been stacking for, at this point, going on just about 4.5 years. I've definitely been seeing the compound effect. I've definitely been seeing the rewards just by simply stacking. And I've been investing for a little over 1 year at this point, and I'm just now finally starting to see the compound effect really start to kick in and beginning to see the rewards from that. So anyway, those are just some of my thoughts when it comes to rewiring your brain. Those are just some of my thoughts when it comes to trading debt for wealth. Again, I know I think about things in a pretty strange way, but it's similar to what I just said before about working. Most people, they're like, all right, I'm clocking in, I'm doing my job, and I'm getting paid for it. I don't really see it like that. I see it as me just selling my time, which hurts my soul because it's the one thing in the world you can't get back. See, if you woke up one day and for whatever reason all of your silver and gold went missing, yeah, that would be heartbreaking, but guess what? At least little by little, you can start from scratch. At least you can start getting your silver and gold back. If you lost all your currency, at least you just, go back to work tomorrow, clock back in. You can start making that currency back. There's nothing in the world you can do to get your time back. You can get your silver and gold back. You can get your dollar bills back. You can get this back. You can get that back. You can total your car. But guess what? You can go and get another. There's nothing in the world you can do to get your time back. So it's pretty tough once I realized that. I was like, oh my God, I'm selling my time. That's actually what I'm doing over here. I'm selling my time to a boss who let me know how much my time is worth. They told me, here's how much an hour of your life is worth to me. Here's how much a year of your life is worth to me. And that's all you're allowed to make. Anyway, let me wrap up this video on that note right there. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to trading debt for wealth, do you see it the same way that I do? Or am I just a crazy person over here, talking to a camera that's pointed down at a table with some silver and gold on display? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for weekly videos. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are actually raising some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. You can watch Sunday's video right now if you want to, and every Saturday morning I post a brand new vlog. I just posted one today. You're not going to want to miss this one. This one was actually really fun to make. And there are a ton of other perks as well. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. VIP Club link in the description. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your free couple of stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Again, I'm filming this video at the end of March. I don't know what the April promos are going to be, but I do know that every month they offer a certain amount of free stocks just for downloading the app and funding your account. And you can fund the account with as little as a penny, and it still counts. You still get the free stocks. You want to know how I know that? Because that's what I did. And they should also have some other promos going on as well. You're going to want to get in on that. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to trading debt for wealth, is that the way you see it? Do you enjoy taking your glorified IOU debt note dollar bills and exchanging them for real, true, honest money, the silver and the gold? Do you enjoy trading away your currency for money? Do you enjoy trading away the fake for the real. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.